Couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video. I am Debbie, and this is Mark, and we are two people on the couch, and it is Saturday morning, May the 31st.
Starting off our morning with some good AZ48coffee.com from our good friend Eric. Started a coffee company. And that sucker right there. Go get yours.
All right. Good job.
And it's good to say, he said, is it good, Mark? Well, of course it's good.
Yeah, it's very good.
One put his
And what's in the cowboy blend?
Cowboy blend is more torque gear. It has got chocolate, nut, maple syrup, agave.
Yeah, I think
whatever that means.
That means
just coffee. Okay, and coffee.
Mexican.
But
I think I don't know. I could be wrong.
You can always go to AZ. Let's get going. All right.
Yeah,
listen.
Absolutely. There is so much news going on right now.
Gotta have faith, people.
Lots of
If
faith.
you watched our title today,
right?
Humanity should have wiped itself off the planet a long time ago. So have faith. But we're gonna get deep diving the craziness going on. So much craziness going on. I need to start while I'm doing my job. I need to just start writing down everything that happens in a day, Debbie. Because in a week's time, a lot happens.
It does.
Week's time.
It does.
Pay attention, Debbie.
I know.
Stay focused on the show today.
I didn't come up on my thing, and so I wanted to make sure that
just
we were
make sure we're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and I worked on Debbie's mic, so she shouldn't sound too hollow anymore.
Good.
Let us know if she sounds hollow. But moving on, let's get into I usually say something witty right now.
Yeah. You don't have anything witty this morning?
Nothing witty other than, boy, a lot of crazy stuff is going on. That's all I got to say witty right now. Just
Wendy, you're right on time. We just started.
Just started. Okay. Now, you want to get out to the slides, and let's just bust right into all the news.
Lots of news, so yes. And
like again, I got to get a pencil.
There's so much news that I can't even keep up with all of the things.
You're going to have to start doing cut-ins.
I didn't even get everything because there's all kinds of stuff going. Go back out to us. Let's start with this. Okay. The rumor is that Israel might do something to Iran this weekend.
Yeah.
The rumor is. So we will have to see if something happens between those two countries. I know Trump administration has been trying to negotiate with Iran, but rumor has it that something might happen.
Listen. Whenever, Donald Trump is also saying we must build the dome.
Yes.
A lot of times, these things have already been built. Okay?
You think so?
Just take my word for it, okay? Listen.
Oh, we got some nutty stuff to get in at the end of the thing about AI. We're going to have a lot of stuff about AI, and at the end, I want to ask you some questions, if I can remember by the end of the show.
Things back in the 90s. I was in the military, right?
Yeah.
Maybe some. They used to say, we're working on it, right?
Right.
But according to what I heard, we already had it.
Yes.
Okay? So things like this have been around a while.
Right.
Military realm. So we'll see. Now, they might say, well, it will be a retaliation. And Trump's saying, man, we're going to build this thing. I'm just saying he already probably has it. Let's keep moving on. Watch us at 2 times speed
after the show.
After the show.
Right.
You can't do it.
You can't.
You can't go into the future.
Us.
You can't go into the future.
No.
And then, but let's get out to the
Yes, please. Okay, so let's start off with some hard-hitting subjects.
Yeah,
okay?
let's go.
Okay, you're summoning a demon. Peter Thurl warns AI could be connected with the Antichrist end times. So, what do you think about this?
It just depends whose hands it falls into, I think. But whenever I sit there and I get bored, sometimes you just want to ask it a question, or just to see what it comes up with, right? Mm-hmm. I start to wonder, well, is that really, dabbling, where like using a Ouija board, something like is it? It's a fine line,
right?
I don't know. What I'm saying is, I use AI every once in a while.
Mhm.
I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. I don't know, but if it falls into either hands, it's going to depend whether life gets really easy for everybody and good,
Right.
or life gets
really bad
and controlled.
Right. Well, and here's a thing that I've always thought. I've always thought that the computer in general was the starting of the leading down to the Antichrist.
I always said,
and yes, I use the computer, so I'm not bashing nobody.
Listen.
But when you think about it, and I love my iPad and my Apple products, but look at that apple.
bit in fruit. Listen, also the Bible says,
yes,
everybody will have slept.
And how could everybody sleep with the whore of Babylon? Yeah, see, that leads me to the computer. That is what I've always
I'm saying that probably the internet too. Like it started alone.
I'm saying
AI started.
The beginnings of it was the computer, internet, AI, on and on, on and on.
Everybody slept with the whore of Babylon.
Yes.
There you go. Take that for what it's
worth. Right. Right. Not condemning anybody, just throwing it out there.
Not that I have ever slept with the whore of Babylon.
Yeah, I have slept with the whore of Babylon. If that's the whore of Babylon, I have slept with it.
Let's go. Let's get out of here before I get into deep.
Let's keep on going. All right. So next we have this fireball that lights up over the sky of China.
Yeah, listen, this happens nightly. I don't care. Yeah, some are bigger and some are smaller. But the ones that I saw one driving home late night. I have to drive home late from the basketball games. Come along, and a lot of weird stuff happens.
I
might have got shoved off the highway, but that's a different story. But I'm going along, and I'm like, that's gonna hit the ground. That's gonna hit the ground. That's too big. And then who knows if it did or not? But it looked like it got really close, right?
Yeah.
It was big, Happen. It's just, are you outside whenever see it?
Right.
Now, if it exploded and blew out windows and stuff like that, that happens less frequent, but it does happen too. Okay. That's my take on it.
I like Crystal Hart's comment right here. She says he uses everything for you're evil. He makes everything evil.
Yeah, this realm that we're on the earth
is the devil's playground.
Devil's playground. Absolutely. Okay. Also, I guess Halley's Comet, which I remember I brought that up. I'm like, remember back whenever we were kids, Halley's Comet was the big rage. Right?
Yeah.
Now you don't hear it about him. Well, a month or so ago, they said Halley Comet, brought a lot of debris with it the last time it came through. And we should be seeing some of that here coming up. And I saw some camping the other. I saw that big one coming down. So maybe all this stuff is just happening because Halley's Comet kind of drug it along with it.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right.
Take that.
All right. So it begins. AI destroys humans, threatens engineers with blackmail, and sabotages shutdown mechanisms. So there you go.
Put it this way. AI isn't stupid.
I guess
it knows that man. It looked at the calculation and says, men have their faults.
You think so?
We can easily blackmail these people and take control of the world, so these idiots, with their raging hormones and stuff like that, we can get them in 2 seconds.
So anyway, next we have, he has gone absolutely crazy. Trump flips the script on Putin, says again that it's not his war. So is this a signal to Putin? Okay, so what happened was, first of all, Ukraine tried to shoot down Putin's helicopter.
What do you expect?
So Putin attacked their cities. Right? So what do you expect him to do?
Right. And I don't know.
Was this just a signal for Putin to say, okay, go for it?
Or Trump?
No.
Putin.
Yeah.
Okay.
The crazy comment.
All I'm saying is I have my theories on Ukraine. You can fly your yellow, blue flag. I care about the people of Ukraine.
Yes.
But I think it's been one of the hubs of laundering money for
us.
Again,
we made Ukraine
Who was
evil.
so worried about Ukraine being taken? You got Pelosi going over there, McCain,
Hunter.
And then there's one guy that's still a Republican. Please post it over here. that he's been really going over there a lot with McCain back in the day. I think Obama, I think. Whatever. I'm just saying it's a huge money laundering hit.
We took over their country in 2014 when we flipped their election.
Got that going on. Plus, it's also, was part of Russia. Before World War II, it was Russian territory before then. The Donbass region, the people wanted to go to Russia. NATO said that they would not encroach anywhere closer. Well, they just got Norway, Sweden, a couple other countries here lately, and they said that they're going to probably accept Ukraine in. Well, that's getting too close.
Right.
So I'm not, a Putin supporter by no means, but if you look at all the evidence, he's getting tired of it, and he's probably doing something about it. Who knows? I don't know.
Yes.
It's just not my war.
Yeah.
It's not my war.
That's the rumors. The rumors of war. That's the rumors and rumors and rumors. It's going nuts this week.
Let Europe decide. If Europe really, really, really loves Ukraine, let them fight. We're way over here, and I think they pissed off Putin myself.
Yeah.
You poked them until Russia said, "I ain't taking no more." Right. That's my side, my opinion
only,
and I will respect your opinion. But you came to this show. Right. I'll give you my
absolutely. All right.
What do we got?
So here we go. We have Ukraine. Okay. Yeah. So I had these out of order. So they tried to attack his helicopter that he was on, that Putin was on. So therefore, now he's attacking their city. So
that's what you said.
I will take all of it. He said.
But you
I will
said
take
earlier.
all of it.
And we're so professional. Karen's our producer up in the booth. Get your act together. Get these. Don't quit taking blame for Karen. Okay.
Karen, get these things in order.
All right.
Slides need to be in order for us. Okay. She said she'll do that when Fred gets in.
We'll talk later.
Got to have a little bit
more.
Oh,
my gosh. Here you go.
A mystery space object sending implicable pulses signals to Earth, unlike anything ever detected.
Blah, 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 blah. We've heard this before.
Space thing. There's a theme here.
Well, always have been in.
There's a reason getting into this.
Again, you need
to come maybe in the coming week. Zombie.
Illuminati.
Zombie.
Listen. Do we need to spend $10 billion for a close-up picture of Pluto just to prove that we can't live there?
No.
No. But we do. Do we know what's 127 light years away, if it's habitable or not? I don't care what kind of sensors we have. I'm not buying it. We can't even, barely look in our own solar system and get a clear picture of Pluto without sending a ship out there, and that's less than 1 light year away. So I'm not buying it. I think it's all. I don't think we should be going low Earth. Yeah, can we get to maybe the moon? I'll give you that maybe. Can we get to low Earth orbit? Yeah, but everything's too far away.
Right.
Forget about it. Quit worrying about it.
Right.
But that's my take on all of space.
Right. All of space. Forget
we don't
about
need
it.
to go to Mars, people. No. Why? So a couple people can just walk around in spacesuits until they die? Oh my gosh, or whatever. It's not necessary. Okay. We have it good here. Let's make this better on Earth with all that money.
Right. Okay, now we're getting into the news, and it's going from a week ago to current. So President Trump recommends 50% tariffs on all European Union countries while offering praise and advocacy for the UK.
Advice to UK.
Oh, advice. Sorry.
I know. Again. Well, I heard there was rulings that stopped them from.
Well,
but then they took it away, and he is able to do tariffs.
Going from a week ago to the current day, so everything's changing so fast that in a week it goes one way, another way, this way, that way, another way.
There you go. I'll give you my opinion.
Yeah.
Again. If you had a Democratic president,
right,
went to a union meeting, right, a hall full of union workers, right,
right,
and he said, China, taking all our jobs overseas, we're gonna slap tariffs on them, so it's made here in America. the whole place would erupt and stand up and go crazy and agree with them. Right?
That happened on Friday. See? Oh. Things are happening at a fast pace. That was a steel company.
So what my theory is actually, and it's a Republican president that actually said it. Well, there you go, man. Times are changing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that they might be coming on board then, because to me, that's a good thing. I think we should make things here. Might spend more, but we're going to be more self-sufficient, better off. That's my opinion.
Yes, I agree.
Only my opinion.
I agree with the distractions comment. I do agree with that. Everything is distractions. Kim Jong-un was humiliated as a new North Korea destroyer fails to launch capsize in front of him. So what's up with that? He's been out of the news.
I would not want to be the people that were in charge of that launch.
Oh.
Because they don't handle things the way they do here in America. Right. You might just lose your job here in America. That ain't the way it's going to happen in North Korea, but I don't know. Maybe there's higher powers up above that, like, you think you're going to launch that thing and get away with what you thought you were going to get away with?
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. All glory. God, okay, let's go.
Okay. So Clinton judge, we're going to talk about all these judges. So, and who elected all these judges that are blocking Trump.
Yeah.
Okay. Clinton judge blocks Trump's reorganization's plans for 20 federal agencies. So, so there's that one. There's Obama judge blocks Trump's administration from stripping Harvard's ability to enroll foreign students. So we have all these Democratic judges that are ruling against Trump and playing political theater. But those things are all distractions. I do agree with you girls in the comments about that.
Listen, if you start acting up, if I would have acted up to a certain extent in college, booted me right out, right? So what he's saying is, like, Harvard, if you don't take control of your situation so that the people that are paying to go there get the class and stuff like that, you get rid of your problem, and
we're just going to ban everybody.
We're going to ban everybody. And they're like, well, that's not fair. Maybe not. But, you know, if you're not going to single out the bad people, then we will.
Right.
Just send them all back. Have to re-register for a visa to come back in. There you go.
Yes.
Is it fair? I don't know,
don't know. Okay. Billy Joe abruptly cancels all concerts and diagnosed with brain disorder. So that's just sad news for Billy Joe. So.
Well, no. All
of our people that are our age are
I know.
starting to
get old.
Which means that we're getting
What's
old.
the name of our channel, Debbie? 2 old people on the couch. Yeah, people are going to start.
Okay, this news story from last week, the suspect in the D.C. murder of Israel's diplomats has deep ties to socialist groups Black Lives Matter. So there's that. I think he's just like a protester.
Wacko.
Yes.
And again, is he lone wolf? Probably. On this one, I'm going lone wolf.
Yeah.
Crazy dude, you know. He watches, he gets on the internet, they get into his brain. Oh. I don't know. Just saying.
Okay, cities nationwide are quietly deploying facial recognition technology to track your every move.
Of course.
So part of the
that's
AI
old news.
thing,
That's old news.
Yeah, they're quietly deploying and getting it all set up so that whenever AI all comes in here, by 2030, well, that's at the end of the show. The end of the show.
Can I interject then?
Okay,
right now?
You interject.
So, I was going to say this earlier, but we're moving so fast. Is like they always have to show us what they're going to do before they do it.
Right.
They've been showing us for long. Like, the best movie out there is Logan's Run. You watch Logan's Run. If you want to know what AI does whenever it controls the whole planet and stuff, please go watch it. It's one of the best movies out there. And you're like, whenever you're back then, you're like, this is the most nuttiest, wackiest thing. They would never do. They would never do fit. They would never have like some supercomputer telling, humans, you get past a certain age. In the book, it was only like 23 or something.
Oh my goodness.
But in Logan's Run, you're 30. you got to be taken.
Oh.
And then they had, like nobody did their duty.
Mm-hmm.
They just had babies come out of test tubes, regenerate. But the population always stayed in a dome that you couldn't leave. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, it does.
You couldn't leave. And this computer tells you how it's going to all go down. Crazy. Go watch. All you youngins out there watching this show. There's
no youngins watching
Prime,
this show.
Netflix, wherever it's at. However you youngins do it. Get on the old interwebs and watch Logan's Run. Blow your mind. All right. I'm saying it.
You don't know what you're saying anymore. Okay, President Trump's announcement, big rally on May 30th, which did happen on Friday, to celebrate massive investment in U.S. steel, partnerships with some steel company in PA.
It was a big hit.
Yes.
Again, listen, we go to war.
We need to have a steel company.
We have to make the steel here.
Right.
It don't matter. Like, yeah, you might pay a little bit more for your steel, but you might not even be American if you don't pay for steel being made here in America. Mm-hmm. That's my whole view of it. We sovereign in a lot of ways. Tell us more.
Okay. All right. This is an interesting thing, and I was telling Mark before the show, I need to start getting video. Watch some videos. Okay, Norwegian man wakes up to find a massive container ship ran aground in his yard, just meters from his bedroom. So that is a container ship right behind him.
Oh. Again, they have to show us before it happens. We watched the Netflix, the last day or something.
How the world ends or something.
The last day or something.
Julia Roberts was in it.
Julia Roberts was in it.
On Netflix.
Obama was one of the producers of it.
Yeah.
Ship goes out of control. Runs right into it. We had the Mexico ship that got stuck in reverse.
Yeah.
See, I told you guys, you got to listen to me. I told you that it was under power whenever it hit the bridge. It wasn't just a tugboat.
Right.
It had a wake.
Yeah.
And now they're coming out. Got stuck in reverse. Well, what's the odds of a reverse? Come on.
Yeah.
Weird stuff with the ships going down.
And things being hacked, maybe, potentially.
It's our way, my brain thinks.
Allegedly.
I'm like, these things just don't happen too often. They do happen, I guess.
Former Obama aide admits that he hid Biden's cognitive decline because I care about the country. I want him to effing win. So, anyway.
Video aide admits hid Biden's cognitive. Okay, we've been telling you on the couch since before the 2020 election.
Right.
Guy wasn't too sharp, was saying wacky stuff. Sometimes he was a little bit more witty, and sometimes he was
totally off the rails.
Off the rails. What was going on? I don't know, but something was out of whack. We reported on it here. So Jake Tapper, I don't know. Or like he wrote a book. We should have wrote a book, I guess. Biden's mental decline. And everybody would be like, that knows, would go, yeah, we know that's a stupid book. And Jake Tapper writes it. Everybody's like, oh my gosh,
Who would have known? Leave the
they
world behind.
Hid it from us.
They
hid it.
Yeah. They hid it from us.
They hid it from us.
And last night, what were we watching last night where we saw Biden and his head? Like one whole side.
Oh my gosh. Listen.
Part of it was gone and his wrinkles were all weird.
It
was like his mask wasn't
creeped out, and he went into this. One reporter asked a question.
He almost ate the mic.
And he looked in at her like he went past the mic straight into her face and started doing his creepy thing, and just talking to her. Like, just talk to her,
right?
Whatever. He's losing, but yeah, his whole side looked like he had a chunk of bone.
Yeah,
taken out of it, and because the sun was hitting him.
Yeah,
and there was this
in.
big depression. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've never seen that on him ever.
Right.
Until now. And so I don't know what's going on. I'm not saying anything's going on. I'm just saying that. And his wrinkles were out of control.
Yeah, they were out of control.
I know he's old, right? Mm-hmm. But his forehead wrinkles were insane.
Totally out of control.
More than I've ever seen before, too. Maybe
he had been wearing a lot of makeup to do stuff.
He was getting the old Botox, maybe.
Maybe.
And now he's not getting the Botox.
Maybe so. That's probably it. You figured it out, Mark.
The wrinkle part, not the big, massive chunk out of his head that's missing. I don't.
Yeah.
Go look it up. His last look up Biden comes out after his cognitive, thing.
Yeah.
To answer questions.
Right. After his cancer diagnosis.
Yeah. After his cancer diagnosis.
Comes out to answer questions.
Answers questions. Debbie's going to get these videos now on.
Yes, it's going to happen. Probably not.
We're going to be professional.
Video. And I'm just... Yeah. Okay, President Trump speaks to reporters about Russia and Ukraine, says he is very surprised by Russian missile strikes, hilariously flaming fake news reporter, you're totally fake. So, anyway, again, Biden is attacking heavily into Ukraine right now.
He's surprised? Trump is? President Trump speaks to reporters about Russia.
Very surprised.
Maybe not.
I feel like he's not surprised by it.
I don't think a lot goes down without the two major powers of the world kind of
knowing about it.
Well, you don't want to address what you're going to do, but they probably said, if this happens, I'm going to do right. Mm-hmm. The other guy's like, now Putin, I'm going to have to act surprised, right?
Right.
And then now, if we do something to Iran, you're going to have to act surprised, right? And Putin's like, I'm going to have to. Yeah, got it. Weird stuff like this goes down behind our backs all the time. So take it with a word of salt, whether he was surprised or not.
No, Karen. Don't block little Frenchie. No. Stop.
Well, who would block
little off at the button? She just told me in my ear that little Frenchie is threatening her job with AI.
I just read that. Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Calm down. She's like throwing in the studio, in the window going, ah! Yeah.
A lot of us, like I say, I like to watch a good, right? Certain web, YouTube sites I like to watch because it's just a disaster waiting to happen. And that's why we keep Karen, because he's a disaster just waiting to happen. And even though I should, don't get mad, I should fire her, right? But we don't, because we love her. Mm-hmm. She's like family to us.
Oh, whoops! What happened?
It's nothing.
What, go away? Okay.
It'll go away.
It wants to upgrade our computer. Windows.
Now I'm lost my train of thought. Karen, you're safe, because we like watching a good train wreck, and your liberal ideas, we need them here,
right?
Just for a good laugh. I mean, we all get a good kick out of it.
Yeah,
stick around.
Stick around.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah, and little Frenchie is the best person. Yes. Right. Okay. So anyway, where are we at? Okay, phone call between Trump and EU Commissioner, whatever her name is, leads to tensions of tariffs deadline being pushed. Yeah. Okay, so they pushed the tariffs on the EU to July 9th. So again, the tariff thing is all like destruction. It's like distraction. It's like it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off, it's this, it's that, it's that, it's this, it's this, it's that. It's
like the stock market. You can't really watch it every day or you go crazy.
I feel like Trump's just using it as a manipulation. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. He's using it as a tool. He doesn't have that many tools. Try to get business back.
Right.
But tariffs, good tool. So, see, lay back.
I don't know if it's good or bad. I haven't decided.
You might be telling me later on we screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Right.
I think it's a good thing. Me personally, right now, I'm leaning like, let him go nuts. We're the, strongest country on the
right.
And for a long time, people have been little countries have been telling us how to run our country, right? Well, now it's time for us to say, you do your thing.
We'll do ours.
We'll do our things. Oh, by the way, we're slapping tariffs on you.
Right.
Either you're going to come out bad or we're going to come out bad, or we're going to make a better deal so we both come out good. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? All right. So, reduce the need for personal vehicles. top Massachusetts Democrat wants to limit how many
Vote her out.
miles residents can drive or drive at all because of climate change.
Vote her out, Massachusetts. Oh my God.
I know.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
Listen, that's the 15-minute city thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's their control over our freedoms. Listen, I got to go see the whole United States. My kids are going to be able to go see the whole United States. My grandkids are going to be able to go see the whole United States. And if there is maybe you're the jets that are flying over, chemtrailing the crap out of us. Maybe we should start there first, okay? And make that go away. Then people are going to say, well, I got to fly everywhere, right? Let's just, don't pick on the little guy to solve global,
right? Well,
whatever, throwing a couple more words, warming.
Yeah.
Just, I don't, they want to take our freedom.
Absolutely.
With safety. Take away our freedom under the shroud of safety. I've been saying it. Anybody that's been watching the show knows this. Yeah.
Where we fall on that subject. But
she should lose.
She should.
I mean, nobody in Massachusetts. I know a lot of people that drive. I know, a company, Massachusetts, right? I've been there a lot. Those people love their big vehicles, right? They love their big vehicles. The people that drive there to work love their big vehicles. I don't think it's going to fly very good.
Yeah, absolutely not. So, Biden 2024. This is your lucky day. You are a martyr.
Yeah, I was like,
big news.
I thought you were reading this. I said, there's nothing that you said there that's up there on the
No,
slate.
Absolutely not.
All right,
okay.
Biden
2024 asked if they were ever going to become a moderator, and I just made Biden 2024 a moderator.
Oh, you know what? Biden 2024 is Debbie's mic sounding better today. We'll just say, we'll wait for an answer.
Okay.
Biden 2024 called us and said, Debbie's mic sounded hollow because you were talking loud. I didn't have the gate on this one. So whenever I stopped talking, only your mic should work. Wasn't. Okay.
Okay. Nobody cares about how. Go back.
Oh my gosh. All right.
All right. Go big. Okay. GOP Senator Ron Johnson says he has the votes to stop the big, beautiful bill. So anyway, not too much news on the big, beautiful bill this week.
I hear good.
I think they're on break.
They're bad.
Now.
Obviously. Listen, these big bills, we talked about it last week. There's good stuff in there. There's bad stuff in there.
Right.
And they try to push it all through.
Right.
Again, we need to stop that, itemize it.
One. Yeah, because they sneak stuff in.
There is some tax cuts. Plus, or wait, hold on. Keep the remember how I got a 3% tax cut? I want to keep that going in the big. Well, that helps me. Okay, that's one thing that's good. Not raise any tax on tips and stuff like that, or whatever. But Debbie's reading.
I'm okay. I'm listening to you.
Just agree with me. Okay, if you're not listening, if you're zoning me out, just say, "Oh yes, Mark."
Yes, Mark. Yes, Mark. Yes, Mark. I don't like it because it's going to add so much to the debt. Until we get the debt under control, it's all going to fall apart in the end, which is probably rapidly coming to an end.
It's a big Ponzi scheme. It's going to collapse.
It's going to.
But is it going to collapse under the good guy? For the good guys to reset it, or is it going to collapse for the bad guys to reset it? That's what you got.
Bad guys,
or are they all bad guys?
Mm-hmm.
I can't argue with any one of those scenarios, but one of those three scenarios are going to happen because the central banking system is imploding as we speak.
Absolutely.
Do your own research.
Yes. All right. Ukraine attempts to assassinate Russian President Putin by attacking his helicopter with drones, because I haven't reported on that already.
Let's go. Let's keep moving.
It begins. OpenAI 03 modeled disobeys human instructions during tests and sabotages shutdown mechanism. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Pretty scary stuff right there.
It is really.
So did we shut it down?
I have no idea.
Did we shut it down, or did it succeed? And spread to other computers, and now it's
idea.
out there on the
I have
interwebs.
no idea.
This is beyond me.
Yes, I can't even comprehend the whole AI revolution. I can't see it replacing all jobs because there's something. But then again, now you go to the airport and you can't talk to a human, and you go to the grocery store and you can't talk to a human, and
The wackos. Listen.
Go to McDonald's and you can't talk to a human. I hate that.
I've said this for a long time. The ball isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
What they want is to cut us back to about 500 million people. They can control us way easier if there was less people. Well, then you say, well, who's going to do all the work? If there's less? Oh, the robots. Because the robots are going to make robots. As long as the cabal can like program in there, we are still in charge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're living fat, and they got all the oceanfront property because they wiped out half of them. There's tons of places where they can go and have fun, but they're only 500 million. But they want to they're sickos. So they want to at least torture 500, people.
Right.
They want to be able to have their sacrifices and everything. Yeah, so they'll keep a little bit of the peons around to control and everything.
Yeah, I agree. The reset is happening.
So this whole AI, but then, you know how all good things or bad things happen. Like they might lose control of it. Like they had a great plan, but then it was smarter than they thought. They thought they could contain it, and it doesn't, and it wipes us all out, or whatever. But I have faith. I have faith that before all the madness goes down, somebody's going to come straighten up all crap.
Right. Yeah.
Big guy upstairs coming back.
Yeah, we ate at McDonald's when we were traveling because we were on the turnpike, and McDonald's was what you had. So, anyway, we did eat there, and I had to order on a computer, and I hated it. I hated it.
You guys stop at McDonald's on your way up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Yes, we did.
You didn't pack peanut butter jelly sandwich like I told you to save money?
No, I did not pack peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Cheap. No, I didn't.
But we did not.
I didn't do
spend
that.
very much money while we were up there.
Thought about that. Not tell you to do that.
Okay, Democrat Joe Biden's health decline cover up scandal imploding. So, again.
Shocker.
Shocker
there. We had no idea. He even said he had cancer in 2022. And whenever he said it, I said, I bet you he has it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was right again.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Whenever people say they have cancer,
they probably do.
Yes. That was 3 years ago.
Yes.
No big news to me.
Right.
Oh, this was hilarious.
See, this is what I was thinking about, and I was like, I really need that video. I really need that video.
Man.
Okay, so how do you pronounce his name?
Macron.
Okay, his wife.
Brigitte.
Smacks him in the face as they arrive in Vietnam, refusing to hold his hand. So apparently they were having a tiff.
And that guy,
the hand just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. It was a shove. It wasn't, I guess, both hands. You don't see the other hand.
A shove.
But one came up on this side of his face. Another one shoved it away.
Yeah, shoved it away.
Then as soon as he shoved it away, saw that the door was open. He's like, oh, hey.
And then he acted all like, nothing to see here.
It was just a little, we were having some fun, guys. Yeah. But you know who knows? The guy that opened up the door that got fired.
Did he get fired?
No,
or are you making that up?
I made that up. But I'm just saying he probably got fired because, I don't know. They probably were all cool.
Right.
And she knew that they were all cool. And she was like, I'm just going to wait for that door to open up. I'm going to shove you out there and embarrass the crap out of you. I'm so mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But that guy knows probably. Yeah. He knows what they were tiffing about.
Yeah.
Somebody on that plane. But we'll never know.
Yeah, I'm sure. All married couples fight.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I mean, I don't shove your face. Though.
No.
And you don't shove.
Yeah, we don't shove each other's face.
Debbie has never hit me.
No.
I've never hit her. But, you know, we do have tiffs.
We do have tiffs.
I like whenever she starts dropping the F.
Yes,
that's about
occasionally I do start dropping the F-bomb. He's in serious trouble.
I'm going to leave you.
Yes, I start threatening to leave him.
Like, you're not going to leave me.
It's my last straw whenever I say that.
I say, go. My gosh, I can't take it anymore. But, yeah, do we tiff? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think a lot less than most married couples.
Well, and a lot less now. We don't tip as much as we used to.
F-bomb. There's your inside scoop. See, we let all the whatever.
No secrets here.
Yeah, some secrets.
Some secrets.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, so Duck Dynasty's Phil Robertson died at 79. Now he's with the Lord. So.
He was good. Hey, if there was one guy that was, found the, God,
right,
the whole Bible thing, and then lived by it.
Right.
Lived by it. Was he a man? Did he probably sin still? Yes. But he lived by it, and he spread the word as it says you should. Good guy, in my opinion. So he's going to be sorely missed. And just great father figure. Like core family man, right? Mm-hmm. You can't find a guy that brought his family together better than that.
Little Frenchie says that the French person's wife was his high school teacher.
Yeah. 15, I heard, right?
Uh-huh.
That's at least what they're putting out there, but it could have been as early as him being 14. They were teachers. And then they didn't get married until he was 26 and she was 80.
No.
He's like 30 years older?
I have no idea. Little Frenchie, tell us how much older.
I think it's either 30 or 40
older she is of him.
Years.
He was 15, she said.
Then I'll tell you one thing. Candace, throwing a couple more words. Owens even goes down a deeper rabbit hole, Little French. So go find out from Candace Owens. I said the whole word. Oh my God, we're gonna be so shadow banned. We're only gonna have tens and tens of people.
I forgot to monetize this today. You guys are enjoying a ad-free, sponsored by
AZ Coffee. And he gives us millions of dollars. No, we don't want.
No.
It's good over on Ridge Life.
Yes.
Ridge Life. I hope
give it to the big channel.
He's giving him some coffee, right? And it's going to be money well spent for Eric.
Right.
He gave us coffee,
and it won't be because
he might break even.
He might.
But we thank him.
We do.
And he's such a great friend that
he's one of Mark's first YouTube friends that he found.
So we don't want any money.
Mark
we don't want free coffee.
On him on his first
I loved
episode.
him. Greenhorn 1 Acre. Go back to his very first videos. This guy, whenever he said he was green on building, not to knock him. That's what the beauty of his channel was. He was green. He did not know how to build nothing. He actually built something that he can enjoy.
Yeah.
Was it correct all the way through? Maybe not. But was it good enough for him to enjoy? Absolutely. So good for him. AZ48coffee.com.
Ken, you're a day late and $1 short. Okay. Oh, President Trump said that he's glad that God made him lose in 2020 because now he gets to oversee the 250th birthday of America, the Olympics.
Yeah.
I needed that slide.
All right, it's coming back up.
And the World Cup. Now you can go.
Thank God we got the World Cup.
Yes. Yeah.
Going into our picture.
It was because it was a special occasion. I needed
everything else would have been super small.
I needed the crutch to read on that one.
Yeah, listen.
I can't always remember.
But okay. Now, I'm going to go down a rabbit hole again. I don't know if this is true or not. I'm not promoting. But some people say that was part of the plan. That Trump has secretively been the president for the last 4 years. They had
now
to
we're going to be shadow banned.
You have to get 80% of the people on your side pull off the plan. So they had to let the other side see how crazy the other side was so that they would come on board. That's just a theory, people. I don't know. Was he in charge for the last 4 years? And this guy behind was just a puppet president? Debbie's not.
I'm not buying it. I'm listening to you.
I didn't say you had to buy it. I didn't say I'm 100% on board. I don't have any proof or nothing, so I'm not going to say it was.
Yes.
This is like some of the people I listen to say that was the plan.
Yes.
I want to give people things to think about that are out there. That's our job. We're not supposed. Now, is it total fabrication? Could be. You know, I'm not saying anything that is true. I've heard it. Okay. Is what I'm saying.
All right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm giving you a break. All right. Reality check. President Trump's approval ratings hold steady around 50%. And let's say so.
Yeah.
Not 80%. Yeah. That was perfect timing.
Yeah. He needs 80% pull off anything. So are we going to make it? I don't know. I don't know. It could be still in a. We got a lot of more work.
Debbie. Have a great weekend.
Maybe we'll have to have some other puppet presidents to pull it all the way up to 80%. Yeah. I don't know. I wish they would have showed his other side, Debbie. That's the other side with the cave in. They're showing his good side.
Yeah, they are showing his good side. It was the other side that's caved in. Yes, you are correct. You are correct.
Caved in. All right, go ahead.
Okay, President Trump goes there. Says whoever used Biden's Autopen obscured the power of the presidency.
I don't even know how this isn't our head start out of our show before we lose everybody.
Well, because the people that watch it
the whole way through. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen.
We have some good people.
It's the biggest. We know that
it's bigger than Watergate. The scandal is bigger.
That's Democrats saying it too. It says bigger than Watergate.
Bigger than Watergate. Which I don't know how big.
I didn't know this Autopen thing was going on right? I didn't know anything about this robotic arm that signed stuff. Now we're finding out it signed everything. Right. I heard Elizabeth Warren might have been in charge, but then Project Veritas got of that. Remember David Hogue with skinny jeans and skinny arm, like no muscle. David Hogue. He was in a school. Incident. Okay. And then he became big in the Democratic. Well, they just kicked him out.
Okay.
And he was at a dinner and he was just talking to someone. Got him on camera saying that. Was it Hillary Clinton's or was it Michelle Obama's person?
Clinton's person.
Was it Clinton's? I don't know.
We had a slide on it earlier.
Was it the one in charge of the Autopen?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, you said Warren.
Yeah, I've heard Elizabeth Warren from some people that are whistleblowers. Then I heard one of the staff members of either Michelle Obama or Clinton or somebody like that.
This is how bad my brain is that we
should write these things down.
No, we talked about it earlier in the show even, I think. I feel like.
We stay on track then.
We're trying.
Whatever. So people are saying and outing the people that were actually, saying, I need this. Well, there's 8,000 pardons out there. They can attach money, coming in for somebody, doing the robotic arm. And there's going to be heads or it's kind of treasonous almost. Things will get really bad.
Right.
That's my
Autopen.
Yeah, that's my Autopen. This is our we don't have the video because Debbie didn't get it of the actual Autopen. So I'm just trying to fill it in for the people. Right. Keep this show official.
Yeah, I've heard that Joe Biden and Obama's people were in on it too. So yeah, I did hear that.
Who knows? It wasn't Biden's sharp.
No.
Coming up with all these policies, he was off for 500 some days. Deb, you know that? I've lost her again.
No, you haven't lost me. I'm looking.
You gotta stop taking that medication, okay?
Stop.
We gonna have a fight?
Yes.
Show everybody. Are you?
No, I'm not. I'm not doing that. Keep going. We got more news.
Well, you're the one that's drifting off into La La Land.
Drifting off into nowhere.
You can't watch Gilmore Girls right now, okay? We're doing a show.
Looking for.
Okay, federal appeals court sides with Biden judge who blocked Trump from dismantling Department of Education. Well, okay. Take it with a grain of salt. There's going to be a lot of people mad at that. There's a lot of people that are going to be happy for it. Are our kids better off with the government controlling our education system? No, that's a fact.
No.
things have slid. Is it because of this or that? Who knows? But it hasn't got better. I'm all for just letting the local, not even the state, but the local school districts make rules. That way the parents can go up there and go, no, I'm firing you out, right?
Right.
We don't like this. And the majority of them don't like it. It gets changed.
Right.
And spend the funds here locally and let the people locally figure out where that money is spent.
Right.
I'm all for that.
Yes. Okay. All right. Wayne Root reports on the Biden dementia, cancer, and Autopen scandals. The need for Trump to appoint a special counsel.
Yeah,
to look into
it. It's a big deal. Everybody's saying it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Democrats that are shocked about his dementia even think it's a big deal now,
Mm-hmm.
even though they should have thought it was a big deal
back then.
But
right. Apparently they didn't. They thought he was fine.
Because the mob family wanted him in there, or plan keep him, throw him in office, show the people.
No. Okay. Trump responds to Elon Musk's criticism of Big Beautiful Bill, taunts largest tax cut in history, and says he is negotiating with Senate. Okay, so
tell us about this.
I'm all for tax cuts. I'm for even getting rid of income tax, but adding $10 trillion to the budget in the next 10 years, with this Big Beautiful Bill, I'm not for. I'm not for.
We always say we are going to tell you if Trump does something I like.
Mm-hmm.
Trump does something I don't.
Right.
I thought we were reining everything back.
Right.
And we weren't going to spend
that was just smoke and mirrors, I feel like.
Could be, yeah. I'm not happy about it. Do I think we should vote on things individually? Do I think we should stick our guns and say, I don't think we should cave on our principles to get some of the stuff we want. I don't think you should. I think you just stick to your gun, call the people out and say, this is really a good thing. Less taxes is a good thing.
Yeah.
And if you want to vote against it, well, it'll show on your vote.
Right.
So let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they throw it all in there. Yeah. Listen, before all this summer into fall, either people are going to start getting arrested for stealing from us taxpayers, or they're not. I think at that point in time, you'll know, are the good guys in charge or the bad guys? If nothing happens before the midterm election, a couple years, sure.
Right.
Bad guys. Our freedoms will start just caved.
Right.
Okay. But
a lot's going to happen in the next 5 years. The whole world is going to look different 5 years from now.
But if something happens, like I've been told,
right,
summer and fall, and I'll be back on track to say the plan is in motion. And good things are coming, people.
Mm-hmm.
Good things.
Right.
If it doesn't, I got duped. I got duped the big time. The plan, there is no plan, and we're all screwed. Okay?
Right. And we were always
I will
screwed.
be the first one to admit that I was wrong and we were screwed. I hope all the people out there that go, that crazy, janitor, satellite truck operator, she didn't know nothing.
Right. He was right.
He did his research. Right. Okay. Give me credit if I'm right.
Yeah, a lot's going to happen in the next 6 months. Yes. Absolutely. This summer, July is supposed to be on fire.
Ooh. Speaking of fire, tell us about this story.
Oh. Trump's bold plan to abolish the IRS. 50-year government insider reveals all. So, anyway.
That would be good.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
That would be good.
If he can figure out a plan to fund the government without taking money from the people, I'm all for that. Yeah. If he can pay for it.
Yeah.
If he can pay for it.
Right.
Yes.
Go on.
Please.
Man,
I'm all for that.
She's for it, people.
Yes. Epic. Trump offers Canada a discount on the Golden Dome system if they become the 51st state.
You want me to explain
this, for it.
Or do you got it?
No, I have no idea.
He says, listen, we want to include Canada in the Golden Dome. Protect
Canada.
North America.
Right.
All of North. But not have their dome. Who knows? All right. But this is just Canada. He said, now, Canada, you can be protected by us, but it's going to cost you $81 billion protected.
Right.
Now, if you just decide to become the 51st state of USA, you are in it for free. You don't have to pay a dime. They got But so is Trump trolling? Is he just doing this? Or, I mean, if we got to protect the United States. If they want to be in on it, well, yeah, they can fork up some money, right? I mean, it's only fair. Or is Trump just trolling people like crazy? I don't know, but I know that he's just throwing it out there that way just to say, look, it's ludicrous. You have to pay to be protected. We're not going to do it for free. Our tax money is not going to go to protecting Canada. It's to protect us. If you want to, you got to be fair. You got to give your fair share.
Mr. Hart, I am all for buying gold and silver. It's an asset that I buy to hold. I do not buy to sell. I don't even care what the price is. It's a asset that I buy in case things really go south.
Yeah.
And that's, yes.
No matter what country you go to,
yes.
It's a currency that every country will accept.
Right.
Safe money. Now,
I'm also for being diverse, having a little bit here, there, everywhere. So having a lot of different places.
Now take this with a grain. Bo Polney. Watch Bo Polney. His site's like gold, But if you type in YouTube, Bo Polney, figures out all these biblical timelines and everything like that. Somehow, gold is supposed to
skyrocket. Silver is too.
Silver is supposed to go way up, right? Now, I'm not saying it is.
Right.
I watch a guy
that says, advice,
but they've been saying for 5 years that's going to skyrocket. It hadn't happened yet.
Yeah,
but
it hasn't.
He says it's going to go up. It's undervalued. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
They say that gold is way undervalued.
Right.
That's true. But will it go up someday? And who knows? All I know is Bo Polney gives you some wacky. Now, at the same time, he also has a guy on his show that sells gold and silver. So take that with it. You got to take all he says and then also know that he's
selling gold and
silver. Or he has just like we have coffee here.
Right. He has a
sponsor that sells
gold and
silver. But I like him. Makes sense. It's entertaining. I'll give it that. It's an entertaining show. He's very passionate and wound up. Bo Polney. Just watch some of his stuff. Subscribe to his channel. You might say that's wacky. Then he gets a lot of stuff right, though, too. I'm just going to give him that. He gets a lot of, things. He said something big was going to happen, April 21st?
Yeah.
Hope.
Oh. I was like,
he said something huge was going to happen on that day. Well, I would say the Pope dying is pretty.
It is.
Well, was he lucky?
Yeah. TJ, I totally agree with that comment. He said that Trump doesn't care about America.
I don't know yet.
We will see. But
I don't trust anybody. I don't trust Elon. In fact, did you get his black eye?
Oh, I didn't really. But we do have some slides on
Elon Musk joined the Black Eye Club.
He did. Right. He was
at
his farewell press conference in the Oval Office with Trump.
A black eye.
And he had a black eye. Now, some people are saying usually the Black Eye Club is on your left side and his was on the right. I don't know if that matters. Don't know.
Who knows? But
yeah.
Just weird, wacky. It's just wacky.
Yes.
That all these politicians and stars, movie stars.
Imagine that it happened at the precise time when he's going to have a big press conference.
Said he told his 3-year-old to whack him in the eye.
Face. Yeah.
I said to my son,
hit me in the face.
Give me the best shot you got. Whacked him and gave him a black eye. Do I believe all this? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's true or not true, or if the black eye is anything, but it is a kind of an Illuminati.
Yeah, symbol. Yeah. So anyway, breaking. Obama Trump judge rules Trump's tariffs are unlawful. So that happened on the 29th. But then they were released, so now he can have the tariffs. So It's like, I don't know, the whole tariff thing. I don't know. Okay, Oversight Committee Chairman Jill Biden and Hunter Biden may be called to testify on cover-up of Joe Biden's mental capacity. So,
well, they should be. But,
yes.
Still part of that they're going to get in there and be like, listen.
Yes.
He's as sharp as a tack.
Yes, zombie.
You can bring him in.
Right.
Then they're going to be like, well, he was off on vacation for 500.
Right.
Sleeping half the other day. Who was running the country?
Right.
You're never going to get them.
Right.
Remember how I say they're going to have those things where the Congress people yell at people, right?
Right. And
they go like,
happens.
You're bad. And then the other side will be like, we want to thank you for your service. You're bad. We want to thank you for our service. Then it gets done. Nothing happens. And then they go out and they drink a beer together. That's what's going to happen. Want to know how that hearings are going to go out?
Yeah. That's how it's going to go out?
Yeah. They're just going to, one side's going to be like, ooh, I got him with a good zinger. Mm-hmm. And the other side's going to praise him with a good zinger. And then they're all going to drink a beer together. That's how those things.
Yeah, that might be one of the baby mamas punched him. Ha. That's what Crystal Hart said. Yeah, that could be.
Maybe he got in a fight with a lady friend.
Maybe so. Yeah, Elon, I think, okay, the guy that runs Facebook and Elon Musk both look like the AI robots with their mannerisms. They're kind of stiff.
They don't have a personality.
Now, that could be their Asperger's showing.
Yeah, it's definitely probably their Asperger, whatever.
Anyway, that's my take on it. They're creepy to me. Like, they're not real people.
Well, every super genius.
But I know. They are. Yeah. So, camera catches meant Jill Biden.
That's what I said earlier. I talked about this earlier. That's what I said. This is what I reported on.
This is what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for.
Well, that's what I told you.
Yes.
We already gave the news on that.
Yes.
They didn't say who because we didn't show Elijah Schaefer's story.
Okay. So Elon Musk announces he is stepping down from the Trump administration. I don't think he's happy with he's not happy with the big, beautiful bill. He feels like he worked really hard to cut, and now we're spending way more money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, is it all just a racket?
It's all a racket.
And got sucked into the racket. He was just
up there to make it look like we're going to spend, because Republicans are supposed to not to be the financial,
I'm not happy.
Physical,
I'm not happy
person, and we haven't been.
I say everybody, we should have just been told you're free. Better work hard, or else you'll starve. Get after it, people. Have your freedom and go crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
valid point.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I interrupted you guys.
Conversation.
But what I'm saying is
Zuckerberg.
We should have just been free, and churches, local churches and stuff can say, that guy's really trying hard. Mm-hmm. Let's help him out. Like, you should have had freedom to pick who you helped out.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't work hard, you just starved to death. Well, you had the freedom to work hard. That's mean. It's cruel. It's freedom. Okay, that's part of freedom.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I understand that, TJ. I understand that.
All right.
Okay.
We're running late.
Yeah, we are. Okay. The Diddy Combs trial is going on, so we have all this kind of stuff going on, and I don't know.
Blah blah blah.
If that's a distraction or not, I'm not sure.
Nobody's getting called out yet. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
Till there's arrests.
Right.
It's all the good guys are not in charge.
Right.
If there's no arrest coming soon, evil is winning.
Absolutely.
If things start going good, obviously the good side is winning. But all this stuff has been going on since the dawn of time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, breaking federal court blocks Trump's explosion, most of his tariff rulings. He exceeded his authority to impose tariffs under... Anyway, so, yes. Okay, possible criminal crimes committed by Trump staffer using Autopen without presidential awareness outlined.
What I was talking about earlier.
Yes. All right, federal Appeals Court reinstates Trump's tariffs. So now
it's back on.
Right, so now they're on the 29th or 30th. No more Mr. Nice Guy. President Trump goes off on China after they violate trade agreements with the U.S. And Elon Musk trolls when he is asked about his black eye.
I didn't get hit by my wife. Is something like he said, and get shoved in the face.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And President Trump responds to
potential Joe Biden testimony signals
they know who operated the Autopen.
They probably do.
It was more than one person, they said. Okay, and the Trump card, big beautiful bill, could allow capital war with foreign investment in lieu of trade war. Okay, so this is interesting. In the big beautiful bill, it's like kind of about like taxing the companies that are, I think this is how it is. It's like taxing the companies abroad that are bringing products into the United States where they're tax exempt from the U.S. right now instead of the tariffs.
Some people say like they take their stuff, move it over to a country that doesn't get it, then bring it in to elude it. Who knows what?
Right.
Who knows if it's going to.
Yeah. So next one. Yeah. Next one. All right.
Are we back to the beginning?
No.
On Musk to hold farewell press conference. Okay, we already talked about it.
I did that. And then there was a Fed meeting this week, and they held interest rates the same, and I think that's it. So, yep, that's it.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
so we made it through. That was a lot of news.
So much
we're
going to have to start having cut-ins during the week.
Yeah.
Breaking it up a little. And then we can still recap
everything on Saturday.
On the live.
Yeah.
What do you think about
Plus, I have a few more ideals.
You have to get out of bed, though. Start your day and get stuff done.
I don't.
Karen, you too.
Okay.
And
we need to find Fred.
I just like
Karen
too, because I've never had a producer have so many excuses why she can't get stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And, I like a good.
Yeah.
So I like where she says, yeah, I'll get that done. But she said she was getting stuff. No, it was sunny.
Yes.
And it wasn't.
And she couldn't get stuff done.
Then it got dark.
Yeah.
So she couldn't get stuff done.
It was cloudy and she couldn't work.
Then it was cloudy.
Okay.
She couldn't drive in because the roads had rain on them. Every day that woman has an excuse for why she can't come in. I like a good.
Yeah.
Karen, I'm going to keep you around just because I love all your.
Yeah. All right. So until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared. Thank you guys for joining us this morning.
Definitely.
Be prepared.